Oh, hello. Fancy seeing you guys here. While you're here, welcome back to Stevo Runs, the channel created for like-minded people who are looking to become fitter and healthier people. If that sounds like what you want to be doing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Let's go on our running journeys together. Alright, so I'm in the middle of an 18-mile math run, Maffetone method. If you're watching this, you know all about what the Maffetone method is. It's what my channel is based on. I was thinking, what should I do for a video today? Well, I'm actually quite enjoying this run. I quite enjoy all the runs I do at the moment, but maybe at the start it was quite tedious to get going. Sometimes get a bit boring. So I thought I'd make a video today to give people some tips of how to make Maffetone method actually quite fun to do. So bear with me, I'll throw out some ideas which might perk up your math training. Okay, my first little tip for how to actually enjoy doing the Maffetone method is an obvious one, is the heart rate. So picking the right heart rate is definitely what you need to enjoy this method, okay? So bear in mind, the Maffetone method picks your heart rate for you. So you need to get that right. You need to be honest by doing the calculations as it says and running at that, because if you underdo yourself, you're going to run too slow. The whole thing is going to be painfully slow, frustrating. You're not going to enjoy it. On the other end, if you go too high, like plus in the 5 and stuff, then it's going to be similar. You're not going to get the desired results from the method, because you'll be overtraining slightly, and the whole thing isn't going to go how it's meant to go. And if some months down the line you're suspecting that the heart rate you're working at isn't quite doing the job, look at it yourself, use a bit of common sense, do your max heart rate test and work out, fine-tune your heart rate to get it to exactly what's going to get you the best results. That's one loud aeroplane. Right, so heart rate to me is the first thing. Get it right, you'll enjoy the math method. Right, the second tip that's going to help you enjoy Maffetone method: variation of your runs. I don't necessarily mean some fast, some slow, although you can slightly. I mean distances. So on a Thursday, I go out early before work, 5 AM, do about 6 or 7 miles. Today, 3 days later, I'm doing an 18-mile. That sounds excessive, but I'm doing math for quite a long time now. What I'm saying is, when I first began, I would do the same run 3 times a week. There's always 7 miles, slight differences here and there depending on how I was doing on the day. And it got boring. It got really boring. So, you know, some days you do it in the dark before work, some days you're out in the sticks. I'm right out in the villages today to plan a nice 18-mile route. So what I'm saying is, change the distances, change the time of day, and change the paces if you like. Do some way below math, do some right at the edge of math. Change it up, and you'll have a much more enjoyable time. Okay, another great tip before you start, or if you're getting bored of it now, is to commit to the idea that you're going to be running slower for a while. Okay, it's this part of it, it's what happens. Not many people jump into this in perfect aerobic condition and are just able to run fast straight away. So get the idea in your head, leave your ego at the door, as they say, and just know that if you're running slow for a while, and then again think about how fast and fit you're going to become. That's a great thing to do there. Know what's coming up in the method. You're getting slow to get faster. It's a long game. Okay, another good tip for enjoying Maffetone method is not to stress about each run. I did that. The whole idea of this thing is to not stress, okay? The less you stress, the better the method goes. And I was counting every run I did. I was marking down a bit of paper, and it stressed me out when things had gone wrong by 20 seconds each run. That is what the math test is for. So do not stress about each run. Make the math test count and go off that of your progress. Alright, so another great way to enjoy Maffetone running is to smile whilst you run. I don't mean to smile like a raging loony who's just escaped the asylum. But I mean, at the beginning, there's going to be people taking you over, all sorts of people. I had a little kid on a bike, a really small kid, went past me with his dad and went, "Oh, you're slow." I was like, "Ugh." But if you just know that that's going to be the case, just run with a smile on the inside, knowing that it's going to be you that's taking over people in a couple of years' time, whatever, or a year's time. Effortless as well. So just know what's coming. Okay, and probably the last point is to think about all the positives that are going to come out of math, all right? It is frustrating at the start, but there's some serious positives come out of this. If you've seen my other videos, you know what a life changer it's been for me. Think about how healthy you're going to be, how your new hobby is changing the way you live and the way you think about food and looking after yourself like you never had before. Think about, I'll see if I got a before and after. I got a before and after of running Oxford half. Think about the shape you get into. I'm not in great shape, but there's a difference in 2 years of how your body sort of looks. You tone up, you look a bit fresher, and that's just something really great to think about. That's you. That's what you're going to be like once you get into math and start really enjoying it. And lastly is the personal best. Everyone that does math ends up with all their personal bests, all because of training this way. It's a great method. I've got a PB in all the different runs I do now, and suddenly I'm out doing 18-mile runs, albeit quite slow now. That's the position you get yourself into. Right, that is it for me. I'm 15 miles in of an 18-mile run. I'm on a steep old bridge. So I'll call it a day right now. I'm Stevo Runs. Thanks for joining me. Hit the subscribe button if you will. And check my Strava as well if you wish. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining me. Stevo Runs.